That is, by the way, have you seen the OJ doc, right? The Ezra Edelman one. That's one of the best documentaries ever made, I think.
The 4-part with the ESPN one, the 30 for 30.
Incredible.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Brilliant.
Unbelievable. I love it. I've watched it. Yeah. I've watched that, and I've watched the dramatization, the FX show. I've watched that season of TV probably 4 times.
You know who wrote the book is Jeffrey Toobin.
Toobin, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
Toobin.
That's the other thing. Toobin, like OJ is sitting here talking about football, and we're going like, OJ, this is not what we want to hear from you. Toobin can go on and talk about OJ, and it's like, Jeffrey, this is not what we want to hear from you. Explain.
Well, Toobin hasn't said shit, has he? I mean, he's
nothing. Not
Wait,
a word.
did you guys hear what happened to Jeffrey Toobin? His Zoom mistake.
Dude,
this comedian who steps away for a while and comes back into the business and is completely off in his timing.
Do you understand? If you did that character, if you did a podcast tour, if you did all the comics podcasts as that character, I would listen to every single one.
That's a comedian who is probably at one point tried to hurt himself and has been put on medication and is now getting back into it, and everybody likes him, so they're really afraid to upset him. Like, 'cause I have a lot of friends and my friends love me, so they want to be encouraging. So you just did you zoom? Oh my God, talk about zooming, you know. I mean,
dude,
when that happened, I thought he had better zoom out of that room.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, who would have expected it from Jeffrey Toobin of all people, right?
Yeah.
There's a time and a place, Jeffrey. The crowd is like, thanks.
Yeah, and then you just kind of fade off like you hit a home run and wait for the next moment. I love guy who stepped away from the business and is now trying to get back into it slowly. That's my favorite.
Maybe my favorite character you've ever done. Might be my favorite you've ever done. Like, I want you to do other people's shows.
I would love to.
As that guy just trying to fit in.
Yeah, I was just really, like trying to riff.
Yeah, not like being slightly off, like just a couple months late on topical stories.
And stepping on timing by like that. Just, you know, like when people are flowing and there's always that one fucking oaf who wants to jump in. And I don't mean with a bomb. We all bomb, but they're clumsy. They're a clod. They're an emotional verbal clod. And they they trample into the fucking bit and they wreck it. Like that's the guy who stepped away and he's not coming back.
Right. Yeah. Like when you go on and everybody is having a good time and just a statement gets made and the entire room feels, oh, it's over. Why'd you
ruin it? Yeah.
Why'd you do
and it's
that?
It's not like Chip. Chip is a different thing. This is guy who really is just trying to make it work again. Guy who once had it and has lost it after trying to harm himself and be put on medication. He took an act of self-harm, and then they loaded him up, and he has that white stuff in the corner, and he's really trying, and his friends
guys, this next comic, he stepped away from the game for a while, but man, he was one of my guys in the late 90s. Please give him a lot of love.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Hey,
2 peas in a podcast, right? What are you drinking?
Weird, yeah, man.
What is that?
Interesting weather we're having.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Early 40s in Vegas, I saw.
Yeah. Wait, early 40s in Vegas. Yeah, that means, I guess, Bugsy Siegel.
Yeah. I loved it. I loved it. He's at his stage in the game where he's like commenting and marveling at just being on a podcast.
Yeah.
Like the thing that podcasts have been around for years. Everybody kind of takes it for granted. But he's like, what are we all out here podcasting, huh?
Yeah. He stepped away after an act of self-harm.
Yeah. We all know the guy. But we're not addressing
No.
We're all sensitive to it.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah.
all give him the extra laugh. We give him the benefit of a doubt, but we're not gonna bring up the ugly times.
You know, the fact that we know that he's on something, and it's because his fastball is now 58 miles an hour. We should wrap things up. I mean,
Yeah, we should. It's mainly because it's not going to get better than the invention of that character. But Sam Morril, who is still very much in the game, will be doing a virtual show Monday, March 22nd for Nowhere Comedy. You can get your tickets on Sam Morril's website. You can get Sam's podcasts all over the place, YouTube, wherever you get podcasts in audio form. Pod Don't Lie is the basketball podcast. We Might Be Drunk is the drunk podcast. And then, of course,
you should get me on that one. You should get me with you and Mark, because I have got so many stories, man. Like, I mean, like crazy, stories.
Here's the genius of it. That, stories. Like, it's just that, like, you're just waiting. Like, give me something. And
Yeah.
it's just not there.
Yeah, it's literally a guy that you like who has become a monumental dud, and you know it. You know he's gonna suck on your fucking podcast.
The sober guy too is like my friend just became sober and he was a great drunk. It was tough for me that he became sober because I liked him better as a drunk. Unfortunately, like he was a really fun. He was the drunk who was like always high-fiving and laughing, and now he's like I was a real problem, and I'm like, you weren't. I liked you a lot. You were great. And he's like, no, I was terrible. And I'm like, dude, you literally tell me. All you do now is tell me how bad you were and what you're reflecting on. As a drunk, all you did was laugh. You were fucking awesome. You know?
I was I've been out of it for a while, but how long you guys been doing the podcast?
We've only done 14 episodes, but
you know
it's
what
fun.
you
I
need?
feel like
It's
The
cool,
what?
but here's what would be really funny. If I would come on as like you guys are I'm like your designated driver, and like you guys tell stories and I'll field them, and I'll throw in a few crazy ones of my own.
I like it. Oh, perfect.
I cringe to think what those few crazy ones of your own might be.
Yeah.
Just the DD. Everybody needs the DD, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't mean. What else are you plugging? You're plugging the podcast with Mark.
We might be
show?
drunk with
Yep.
Mark Norman, and then of course Up on the Roof
Cool.
is the special that Sam Morril shot earlier this year. That's available on his YouTube channel. That's the other thing that. Guy who stepped out of the game for a little while after an incident of self-harm, but is back, wouldn't really have his head wrapped around the premise of doing specials on YouTube. Like, he'd think, like, still the HBO hour
Yeah, sure.
is what you're going for.
Yeah, I mean, like if you wanted to get somewhere, like YouTube. I mean, it's like comedy on the road. Like, there's a lot better ways to do it. I mean, the show on A&E. Comedy on the road. That's the best way to do it. Get yourself on television or evening at the Improv, YouTube.
It is fucking funny how you're just like I was in LA and they brought me on stage. This new guy's got
Oh man, what a bunch of phonies out there.
Oh, whoa! I didn't realize we were going to get controversial here on the show, Jim. I didn't realize. I mean, I know you've been out of the game for a while, but I didn't realize you were still this kind of edgy. What do you mean about the phonies
Just
in LA?
all phony.
How so?
Please. Come on, you bullshitters. You know, Sam.
No, yeah, you just bring up a point, you have no story, and then you put it in the podcast.
It's a
host
bland shit point, and you peter out immediately. You started at 1, and you immediately peter down to 0.
Because this character's never been to Los Angeles.
And he's not a fucking guy who's good at podcasting, so he's just trying to make a comeback. He's trying to make a comeback, but his mind is
Because he's
very
never done a
slow.
podcast. He's
Yeah.
never done a podcast. He doesn't understand the way they work, but he knows that that's the thing now. And he's back. He's back in the game. He's on his way back.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. What were we saying?
I don't know. Just when you're in LA, it's like a lot of comedy audiences still don't realize that YouTube is a good place to put a special. So I put it on there, and they're like, "This next guy's got a YouTube special," and it got a huge laugh. And you're like, "Oh shit!" They don't realize that's not a dumb move anymore. That used to be like a punchline. That used to be like they bring you up, "Oh, this next guy's you've seen his stuff on YouTube," but now it's like, no, it's actually good.
Yeah, no. What's that? Well, YouTube, and then what do you do? I mean, you know, what are you on MySpace doing stand up? I mean, come on. And that's the face he'd have in between thoughts.
Yeah, because he's struggling.
And he's stupid and struggling.
And he's medicated as well.
Yeah, to prevent further acts of self-harm. Yeah.
We can't forget that it was an act of self-harm that took him out of the games.
Yeah.
He's medicated.
Yeah, he's
so
back
he's slowed down a little.
Better than ever. That's what he's telling people. I'm back and better than ever.
That's why that bottom lip doesn't really move. Like he doesn't really emote very well because he's fairly medicated.
Yeah, mouth is half open. A true stupid asshole.
Got that patented, as pointed out by Jim Norton, white spittle in the corners of his mouth.
Yeah, nothing worse than when somebody goes through a depression and comes back and they have the built-up white shit in the corner of their mouth. You're like, oh, you're going to be a fucking delight. Can't wait to talk to you for a half hour about how it's going.
Chris Crocker put out the Leave Britney Alone video as an NFT. And he got 41 grand for it. You know what?
Not bad.
It's also on YouTube.
No, it is available on YouTube, but it's not the same, Travis. That's like being like, oh, why do I want this poster from Mondo? I could just print out the screenshot.
I see. Now you're talking in language I understand.
Right. Right. I don't know. 41 grand. It could
insane.
go up from 41 grand because
This
it's
is
one
gonna
of the
crash
classic
so
memes.
hard.
Do you think so?
You're so.
I don't know,
do,
Travis.
bro.
I believed it was bullshit. But knowing that it's going to sooner or later be the only way to authenticate video is what makes me think it might be around. And the fact Tom Brady is starting an NFT
That's
company,
different. Blockchain. I'm not talking about blockchain. I'm talking about NFTs.
NFT is a collectible
specifically.
market.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not talking about authentication on blockchain and stuff like that. That is absolutely the future. I'm talking about this Leave Britney Alone video as an NFT being worth $41,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
don't
the theory is
understand
that you would only pay $41,000 because in the future somebody will want to pay 50 or higher.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But look, it's one of the classic memes of all time. Whoa. I wonder if I could get some scratch out of my iPhone 5 girl. Maybe I make an NFT out of that. That was viral.
Yeah. You ever see that Leave Britney Alone?
Yeah. I mean, of course.
Yeah.
Like if Tay Zonde is not doing Chocolate Rain NFT right now, he's missing the boat. That's easily, if Leave Britney Alone is 41 grand, I would put Tay Zonde right around 70.
Leave
Chocolate
Britney
Rain is
Alone.
probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I watched that. I was like, this guy ought to leave the sauce alone. I mean, he's really obviously just like effed up.
Yeah, no, it's not so much yeah, it was a while back when he put the video out. Yeah.
You ever see
I
it?
was more thinking about I've seen it. I was thinking more about the NFT angle on it, that it went for so much money as an NFT just because it's such an old and very, very, I mean, exceptionally well-known video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I brought up like the Tay Zonde thing, thinking like,
Yeah.
oh.
Chocolate Rain.
Yeah.
I used to listen to that song and be like, what the hell is he talking about, you know?
Yeah, no. Yeah, back, I mean, years and years ago when it came out, yeah, that was kind of.
Chocolate Rain, and you know.
No, I remember it. I'm more angling towards the kind of current day sort of NFT thing and maybe, you know, other viral moments that hopefully will be made into NFTs because right now the market is so strong.
No, but funny. My favorite thing to do is go to a party and play Chocolate Rain, followed by Umbrella Ella.
It's raining. Yeah, no, that was. I remember the time. Yeah, I remember the era when that was. I mean, I guess that would be. I mean, yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Like that would be a good. Like Rihanna could maybe put out a clip of the Umbrella video. That was like that was such a breakthrough single. Maybe like imagine if that was an NFT. Like that's going to be one of those songs that people look back on nostalgically if they're not kind of already looking back on it nostalgically because it's I mean, so old.
What?
Umbrella, the song you brought up. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
I want to do a whole show like that someday. I just want to, from the minute we come on, I want to be.
I'm here.
I have to name him. I've been working on names. Whatever it will come to me. Whatever feels right, it will just.
Yeah.
I'll know who he is.
Yeah. Like Doug or Carl, probably. Like.
Maybe, yeah, Doug. It seems more like a Doug thing than a Carl thing. Doug, yeah.
Doug was
something
my first
simple.
thought.
Yeah.
Doug.
I was thinking Alex.
No, Doug
That's
is
just,
weirder. Alex is a more pleasant name to say. Doug.
Alex.
Doug. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, there is something cool about an Alex. Alex P. Keaton was the man.
True.
Yeah.
Alex from Clockwork Orange was the shit.
Yeah.
Alex Trebek.
Doug. I mean, let's be
Alex
honest.
Trebek.
Between Doug Funny and
Alex.
Yeah, Doug Funny's the man.
well, not really. Between Doug Funny and Skeeter, it's pretty clear who the cool one is.
Yeah. Skeeter.
Alex.
Yeah, exactly. And he never I mean, he's too busy, having weird things happen to him in his neighbor's house. Douglas, I got to show you this. All right, I'll go over again. I don't know what's going on.
Uh-oh. It's a TMI.
What? Yeah, no. Just from the cartoon. That's a TMI. Yeah, from the cartoon from Doug. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
How about Doug Bell?
Doug Bell. Doug Bell is a good name. This
Doug
is the comedian
Bell is not a showbiz name. Hi, I'm Doug Bell,
not.
and I'm making a comeback.
Doug Bell. Doug Bell is the comedian who was part of the scene. Never quite got to the top of the scene, but was definitely part of the scene. Yeah. But after an act of self-harm, he had to take some time off, and now he's medicated, but he's back and trying to fit in, and he just can't quite get it.
He's just a step off, but he feels good. Doug Bell.
He does feel good?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes when his first headshots, he got, which other people would be embarrassed about, it was Doug, and in quotes, it was Ring Mine. And his last name was Bell. And he had that like as his personality headshot in the clubs.
Right. Yeah, and he's trying to figure out how to transition out of that to exist into this more modern era, except unfortunately, he's been out of the industry for a few years because he had to take some time off after an act of self-harm.
Yeah, but I'm better now even. I feel better. But where'd Troy go? Hemorrhoid alert.
Yeah, no, we were talking about that in the first hour of today's show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People can't see Troy's. He left his chair, and it's like we're just like looking into an empty room. I guess Troy's getting his pads or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean he probably just had to. Doug was wondering.
Welcome back.
Doug was kind of busting. Doug was busting your chops a little.
Just busting your stones a little. Welcome back. Wipe much?
It's too loud. Yeah, I'm glad you're back, Troy. Doug let out a hemorrhoid alert while you were gone.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Doug got a big laugh at your expense. Doug was really firing on all cylinders.
He really was. He was starting to feel that same feeling that he used to feel. It wasn't quite there, but he was starting to feel like what it would be like to start getting on a roll.
He hit the brass ring. His fingers went against the brass ring. He couldn't quite grab it, but his finger brushed the brass ring on the way by it.
Yeah, he could kind of feel the weight a little bit. That familiar weight of the ring. And then unfortunately it was just out of reach. It was just out of reach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old Doug Bell. Ring my.
Doug Bell. Doug will ring my bell on the headshots.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we have Robert Kelly scheduled to be joining us at any moment
Shortly.
Because I'd like his take. Apple had a very big event yesterday.
Apple.
Lots of new products. Oh, there he is. King of Zoom. Robert Kelly is here. And I was just saying, Bob, that I'm glad that you're on today. Because yesterday afternoon, I'm sure you were glued to it too, watching the live stream and the tweets and everything of Apple bringing back the multicolored iMacs. They're showing up with a purple iPhone, throwing M1 chips into everything like it's going out of style. M1 chips.
Let me tell you something about Apple.
Yeah,
I could care less if their company falls off Earth. I hate them. I hate the company. I've had the same iPhone for 7 years. They haven't made anything. They haven't made a flip, a fold, a pull, a stretch. The iPhone, the headphones stink. They suck. The iPhone stinks. Cook is a piece of garbage. Ricky Gervais stuck it to him, and it made me the happiest I've ever been. The company stinks. They should hand it over to Elon Musk. At least he would make a cool iPhone again. They're all about dongles and dingles and plugs and horseshit. The bottom line, and I hate the company, and they again have disappointed. That event that they did was
M1?
two nerds, the Super Bowl. I mean, the most exciting thing, it would actually be a thing that would get me through some tough years of not making money and being married.
Damn, Bob, tell us how you really feel.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Everybody's gone. It stinks. Apple stinks. Their stock's down. It makes me so happy that it's just crap.
Remember this one, Bob? Remember how it would feel? Remember how it would feel when you'd be looking at the clock and you're going, I guess it's over, and then you'd hear this, oh, and one more thing. And you'd go, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, the world's about to change.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Good.
music,
Apple's rotten to the core.
phone. Remember that? Was it music, phone, device, music, phone? Oh, exhilarating. I mean, exhilarating.
And now it's just
I remember
dongle.
the first iPhone came out, and me and Dane were such nerds. We were like, they did it. They finally made what we dreamed of. The phone of our dreams. We're actually holding it. Oh, stinks. And they literally they just went back and they made the old phone. They made the square phone.
Yeah, it is
They
square.
went
But
back and did an old design. Then they made the smaller phone. They went back and made a mini. Nobody wants a mini.
No. What's next? A triangular phone for people?
You're not even trying today, huh, Jim? You just throwing them out there?
Jim is
You all right? You tired?
Yeah. I'm good. How you doing, man?
Today?
no, that's
I'm doing
not Jim,
good.
Bob. That's not
Matt
Jim.
Frost says hello.
That's cold.
Oh God, no! What's going on? What's happening?
You don't remember?
Did he finally blur the lines between Jim and Chip?
No, this isn't. You don't remember Doug?
Who is this? Who's Doug?
You don't remember?
What?
You don't
I'm
remember
not doing
Doug?
it. I'm not doing another one. I'm not introducing my family to someone else. I'm not doing it.
He knew you before you had a family, dude.
Yeah. Do you remember, dude? Do you remember that time we were at the
Doug.
cellar, and I think Burr was there, Davey Chappelle, and everybody
Dave
was
Chappelle?
just Rick Riffin, and so I remember he came in there and he walked over, right, and I was like, Rick James, bitch, and he was laughing.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, Bob Newhart is one of my favorite comedians of all time.
I love him. You ever see his
Button
show?
Down Mine was unbelievable. Both of his shows. I've loved Bob Newhart, and I will leave this show right now. I am so excited about just seeing Bob Newhart. I will leave right now if I have to deal with.
You don't remember when he would get on stage? Doug Bell. He would get on stage.
Who's Doug Bell?
Wow, I'm glad you asked. Doug, I mean, he used to be one of the guys. He would hang out, years ago. He was one of the regular comics with you guys at the Cellar that would just hang. And before he was able to really hit his peak, he had an incident, like a self-harm incident. And he's been out of the game for a while. But he got on some medication, and after years of being out of the game, he's back. And he's back hanging and just trying to grab that punchline again.
Doug, I would like you to go in front of a courthouse and hang out for the next 4 hours.
No, man. I was in court.
What?
For no, I had a tax thing I had to go to court for. I was like, whoa.
So Doug, Bob, you have to understand that when Doug left, when Doug left, their podcasts weren't really a thing. So now we've been kind of letting Doug hang out. We all like
podcasts
Doug
are like what, it's crazy. Podcasts. Everybody, what's everybody sitting like in their own little cubicle, a pod?
Do you guys not care about listeners anymore?
The listeners love Doug.
Apparently not by the guest we book.
Listen, you got Bob Newhart. That's a great guest. I mean, let's just be honest.
No, you know what it is? The listeners' response has been good, dude. They're supportive. And it's like I stick out my fastball.
I can 100% say. I can 100 with no pause whatsoever that I.
Of course not. Well, you're not a. Why would you pause?
I hate Doug.
What?
I don't like you, Doug.
I know why you hate me. Because that time you went downstairs and you left your wings up there and I put pepper on them and you took a bite and you're like, what the fuck is this? And then Burr was there and I told him I threw pepper on his wings. And you had to shoot over to the Boston.
See?
Yeah, did you get into a motorcycle accident, Doug? Did you hit your head at some point?
No, you know what happened. The show I had a show. They didn't pick it up. Whatever. It's just something happened. I was out for a little while, but all
you had a show.
Well, I think you picked up.
It was a game show, and it was Ring Your Bell. And it was like we would ask trivia questions and then ring the bell if you got it right, but they didn't pick it up. And then there was that whole incident and whatever.
His name's Doug Bell. He would go. You don't remember when he would get on stage, and it would be Doug Bell, and he'd go ring my, and then the audience would go Bell.
I've never felt ill during a radio show before because of somebody else's energy.
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Sam.
I don't. You have to forgive Doug. He's not being rude. He's cleaning out the corners of his mouth a little bit because he gets that white spittle. Because he's medicated, Bobby. He's on antidepressants.
After an incident of self-harm.
Please tell me that Doug is going to leave when Bob Newhart, the legend.
I love Newhart, dude. I can't wait to ask him. Like, dude, that thing at the end when you. When Susie Plachette popped up, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, who came up with it?
Susie Plachette?
Yeah,
Did you say Susie Plachette?
Was it you? Was Tom Poston involved? Because I had a friend who knew Tommy Poston.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I can't, guys, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know.
Here's the thing, Bob, and I would say that there's no way Doug will still be around when Bob Newhart gets here, but this week, Doug has showed up for several guests, and it's really been weird. It confuses. No, the guests don't know. The guests don't know. They don't know what's going on. Just they think the same thing that you did. They're like, "Is Jim okay?"
And
then Doug goes like this: "Jim's not here, man."
Oh no!
Oh
no! This is this whole thing of not being around other humans for a year has taken effect.
So, dude, Apple. Let's talk about Apple because I got.
Yeah,
I'm tired of the iPhone, man.
Why are you tired of it? I mean, it's actually, they just put out the purple one.
Same old BS.
Whoa. That's a little. What would you want them to do? I mean, I guess, you see those other places, like they're coming out with the folding phones, but you hear about either the screen ends up breaking or Samsung had the one phone that you couldn't bring on the airplane.
Fold your phone.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's not true. It's not a good point. The evolution of cell phones will be a retractable, flexible screen so that you can go from a small phone to a tablet size. So you don't have to carry a tablet, a phone, a computer. It's all going to be one mechanism. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Boy, welcome to the Matrix.
I can't.
It is. It's an eerie. I mean, Bob, you got to admit, it's an eerie look into the future.
It's in my friend's life, yes. In my friend's 4 padded wall life that he's gonna.
Yeah. That's the other thing about.
Hey, Doug.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, Doug. Go ahead.
Doug, do you have a living will?
I started to make one out, but then I realized my assets weren't. I had a lot riding on Ring My Bell. What was that little ding? What was that ding?
That was because it was. I was looking up your talk show, show, and I was watching a little quick clip, and that was the bell ding.
Yeah.
You
rang your bell, Doug.
I wish somebody would ring your bell.
It was funny.
This is nuts.
I mean, but the thing that's interesting is about the Apple event, though, Bob, is because everything is full circle. When the iMac first came out, it was like this whole revolutionary thing, and it came in different colors. I am kind of excited. The flat screen iMac coming in all the different colors now. That's a little. I mean, maybe I'll throw one on the desk here. Maybe get a red one.
It came in different colors. That sounds like a quality that a porn star would like.
Yeah, I can't imagine that on the set of a porno flick. Just somebody jizzing a rainbow, huh?
Yeah.
My God.
We try with Doug, Bob. We try. I mean,
yeah.
We try to. We try to do it.
Nuts.
And
so
they
can
say
I ask
that
a question? Did
Doug,
they come up with Apple glasses or anything amazing?
No, but here was the device. Here's the little trinket. The little device trinket that they came out. Number one, there's a new Apple TV remote with different buttons on it.
Oh boy.
And Find My iPhone. The technology they have in Find My iPhone. You know the technology I'm talking about. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, they put that technology into what are called, I think they call them Air Tabs. And it's a little metal disc that you can put into a keychain. And those trinkets that you can buy in airports to attach to your wallet and your keys so that you can find them if you lose them in your house? That's what Apple came out with.
They invented tile.
Yes.
They invented tiles.
Yes.
So they just invented something that's already been invented for years.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, but there's also, I was reading about that, and if you lose something and the sticker's on it, you'll use your iPhone to locate it. It'll be very much easier.
Yeah, that's the difference, Bob, is that you can it'll have that same sort of, you just go onto your iPhone, Find My iPhone. Now you can find your keys, you can find your wallet, whatever you put your little Apple AirTab on. Yeah, I think they're like $25 a piece or something like that.
But everybody,
25.
They already have
something.
Oh. What?
No,
don't they already have that?
The product, similar products do exist. Yes, there are similar. There are similar products.
Oh God, they stink.
Yeah. But it'll help you locate. You'll have to, I guess, use a discretion of some sort. What are you going to put? With me, I'd put it on like Pammy Anderson. Now I know where she is. Something.
What?
Put
Pammy Anderson is 78
location
now.
sticker.
She's 78. I don't even know if she's going to make it through the year.
She can still get it, though. Am I right, Doug? Am I right? She can still get it.
Man,
Oh, God.
yeah.
Air high five. That's cool, man. That's badass. You know, they're also, Bob, they put a 1080p webcam onto the new iMac. Now the whatever they call their webcams, now it's 1080p.
Ooh. You mean the 1080p that's every gamer's had for 10 years?
Yeah, similar to that. Yeah, I would say that's similar. Yeah, Elgato.
I mean, Apple
Big these AirTags.
stinks.
The AirTags are
They
big.
just stink.
Yeah, no, the AirTabs are unusually.
They're bigger
large.
than the key. Like you're gonna put. I mean, it looks like but it's like Captain America force shield.
What?
That's how big they are. They're like Captain
America
America
Force?
shield.
Yeah,
You see Captain
yeah. I mean,
America?
you remember? Yeah,
How
and the
big
winter. The Winter Soldier. You see it on Disney Plus.
These
I have. I've
tabs
been
are
watching it.
huge.
Do you like
I've been
it?
watching. Winter Soldier's great. I actually like that show. The what's the other one they had before it?
WandaVision.
something-
Avengers.
WandaVision sucked.
It did. I thought so too. Everybody's talking about how
Sunk.
great it is.
What is
Oh,
that?
it's-
Like a service?
No, it's a show. It's a show,
I mean,
Doug. It's on.
he's
pretty
literally
big.
just jamming the brakes on any conversation with track. I mean, we've almost had 5 conversations take off, and he's literally just put his stupid foot right on the pedal and just brought it to a screeching halt.
Yeah,
It's just revving up.
It's
He's been out of the game for a little bit, but he's just he's,
Out of the game. He was never in the game. It's not a He's not. Sam.
yeah. Hey man,
What's happening?
Do you remember when I went up with John Joseph?
Every day.
He was doing a song, and I was up there, and I started just doing that like crazy dance, and the crowd was like cracking up.
No crowd has ever cracked up at you. You're cracking up.
Ask Burr.
You're cracking up. You understand that? I want you to come live with me and Dawn and Max. I want you to get better.
And the dog,
All right,
Chippy.
You get yes. I'm going to get you a room. The guest room. You're going to have your own space. Dawn's going to cook every meal for you. I want you to come home and be with a family.
Speaking of ska, like you look like you're in a ska band.
Yep.
You look like Bradley. What's his name
Noel.
from Sublime? Yeah, Bradley Noel
Yep.
from
Oh, cool.
Sublime. Yeah,
I think Nick Hexum from
Nick
311.
Hexum. Yep.
yeah. You look like. I mean, you look great. You know what it is? It's especially because like not only are you '90s bleached up,
Yeah.
the ringer tee, I think, is what is really, really accentuating it. And also, did you touch it up? Because, like, yesterday, it was hard to tell. And today, it is not hard to tell. It looks, I think you might have used some of Troy's advice as far as getting the toner in there, which is odd, because I thought you were going to, like, get rid of it after a day.
I will be truthful. I was hoping nobody would notice and it would look natural. But I did dabble a little bit, but it was just because I was doing something and I wanted it to look better in this thing that I was doing. So I just decided to lighten it just a bit because I didn't like how it looked when I was shooting this thing. So,
I think it looks fucking awesome, dude.
oh, Troy, come on, thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah, I kind of wish it had been like that yesterday, because I feel like Ian Fidance was like, he knew something was up, but
Yeah.
since it was hard to see on Zoom, he didn't really want to straight up say anything. But today there'd be no, like, today's the day I want to get all your friends on. Like, I want to just, I mean, if Rich and Bob, if any of those guys are up, Travis, throughout the morning, and you just want to, like, throughout, like, just sprinkle them in, you know, any of our friends, I really wouldn't be opposed, because, you know, and don't tell them anything about Jim's hair. Just let
They may have seen it already. They may have seen it.
They might have. They might have.
Somebody
But,
may have alerted
I mean,
Robert Kelly on Twitter.
Yeah. But it looks, I mean,
connected
it's
him
just...
to Doug's Twitter.
But you
I
didn't see him
think,
face to face.
Doug misspelled Robert's name.
Oh, possible.
I think he left off a Y.
It's possible.
But you didn't see him face to face or anything like that.
No.
Right. So, like, yeah, I think interacting with, like, because I saw it yesterday. I spent the whole morning with you, and it was like,
It was nice.
it's very jarring. But like you said, it is one of those things that if you just left it that way, like, it's going to be a thing today. We might have a couple of laughs about it tomorrow. But I'd say by Thursday, it's just like, yep, that's just Jim now. He's just a guy with bleached hair now. It's just, he's a cool dude. What are you going to do?
Yeah, you know.
Oh, throwing up the deuces.
Yeah,
throwing up the
yeah,
piece.
yeah.
That's cool. That's
Absolutely.
cool. I just,
Doing some young stuff.
I'm glad you found a way to express yourself that won't
Thanks.
leave people going, oh man, he's really struggling with a midlife crisis.
No, and that's what I'm worried about. Like, I don't want people to think, wow, he really hates being 52. I want people to realize I'm lucky. I love being like this. I can just ride around in my Porsche and let the air rush into my face.
It's about time you had an automobile that, I mean, you need to treat yourself sometimes.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Throw the peace sign up. That's cool. And girls like it. I'm sure that your new hairdo is not being ignored by the ladies.
No, dampening women all over, making them very, very, yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks.
You've been wanting to do this for a while.
You know, I've mentioned it for a while. I wish I had done it this strong by yesterday, but this is just what I had to, because it's going to come off probably this weekend or maybe before. So I had to.
God, I hope not.
I wanted to get it done.
Yeah, maybe not.
Unfortunately, it's not going to last.
Maybe it should.
Yeah,
I think so.
Maybe Monday
Would
you
it be-
touch up the roots and you just keep it moving.
Now you got to let the roots come in a little bit, and then you know what else would be cool is like when it grows a little longer, then put a little gel in it. You know what I mean? Kind of give it a little bit of shape.
That's cool.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're very like, because your hair is still kind of short. It's still like a little. It's that like a grown out buzz cut almost. So
Right.
it's kind of that. It's right now. It's early '90s, like surfer guy. You look like David Arquette in the movie Airheads.
That's cool. That's what I want it to be.
You know, which is and Troy's saying like you could grow it out a little bit, and just have the roots come in a little bit, but and gel it down. And now we're getting into the late '90s.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so that could be
I'll do
cool
that.
too.
Yeah, I was surprised that it actually went this much lower. This is kind of what I was hoping for yesterday. But you know, when you're getting a cameo ready, you want to be ready
Oh,
to do a couple cameos.
don't think I didn't see the success that Doug Bell has been having on Cameo. Don't think that
I wouldn't call it
if you
success,
think,
but
well, I mean, if you think for a second that last night during some slow spots of television, I wasn't going, oh, I forgot he set that up. Let me see what's shaking over there. And I wasn't sitting there. I mean, some of those Doug Bell cameos are so excruciatingly long. They're so lonely guy figuring out how to use Cameo. Like they just they just present this complete aura
yeah.
of a guy who wants to be in show business but is just not busy.
No, but he does have, I mean, like a lot of showbiz stories and classic fun stories about other comedians and the people you love. So I think basically, and people keep, I got a couple of messages. People are like, how come he's not available? He's available. Just go to the link tree. There's a link there. But no,
Go to the link tree, guys. Like, what are you checking? There's a link tree. Everybody knows this. Like, I don't know how heavily we have to promote the link tree before you guys understand.
yeah.
Get that link tree, bruh.
Yeah, go to the link tree. Yeah, but I think Travis is feeling it. Travis gets it.
Yeah, and I'm glad he's following me on Twitter. That's great. Lots of funny jokes.
Yeah.
You know what you should do, Travis? While we're all just like experimenting with new
I have a
looks?
suggestion with a gun.
No.
What?
You should get some of Jim's hair bleach, then shave your facial hair into a goatee, and then just dye your mustache and then the goatee, except leave a stripe in the middle that's still black, like Big Papa Pump.
Hell yeah.
You know? And just have a bleached goatee, except with one natural stripe down the middle of your chin.
Ooh.
Like, that would
Holla
be
if you hear me.
ass. Exactly. Exactly. And just say, because there's two things in this life that you're into. Your freaks and your peaks. And that's Travis Teft.
Oh, those are not the things I thought Travis was into when you said two things.
Oh.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's I think you're going to inspire a lot
men
of people.
and boys.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think you're going to be an inspiration to a lot of people.
I hope so.
Yeah, it's never too late to change.
That's, you know what? Yeah, age is nothing but a number.
It's really interesting to hear you say that. Yeah, it's just yeah. This was something I was watching last night.
Hey, it's Doug Bell. Doug, ring your bell. Sorry. Hey, it's
By the way, there's a moment in his cameo preview where, unfortunately, Doug is not aware of, like, fully the technology. So he tells somebody off camera that it'll be done in a minute, and then he puts his hand over the camera, and you can hear him whisper, "I need the money."
Oh, yes.
Because he doesn't realize the audio would still pick up. But this is an actual
Just for a second, I
birthday
can't listen to a whole one. I
wish.
can't listen to a whole one.
I know you have trouble, but we might have to pull the room. We might have to.
Just for a second.
It's Doug Bell. Hi, Evan. Your brother. It's a train. Sorry, your brother Evan said your birthday's coming up. Oh, cool, man. My birthday was just about 10 months ago. You're going to be 33 on May 4th. Oh, man. Too bad I'm not going to see you. Because I would always, I would walk up to people and I would always go, like, May the 4th be with you. Or May 4th be with you. I forget how it would go, but it was, like, really funny. You brought back a nice memory that you'd love to be a participator if we ever bring back Ring My Bell, man. It's funny. I was just talking to my agent. I sent an email to actually a guy who used to be my agent. And I was like, you got to reach out to the CW. I mean, I don't know how they let that show go. It was ranked number 7 on the CW network in 2004. So, I mean, there's definitely a chance to get it back if there's enough fan push. And maybe, like, you know, you obviously want it, so maybe if you start something or send an email or something, they'll move it and tell them that you want to be a contestant or something, or that you know a lot of people. It was a great show, you know, but we got sued because they said it was too much like Wheel of Fortune, because we would do like name puzzles, and sometimes I think sometimes we use the ones.
You just need a break.
I can't. I literally.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
I love it.
I do too.
Me
The
too.
explosion of Doug Bell.
I love it because we're learning new things. The world is building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know, but
exactly.
It's not
It's a
going to get
multiverse.
built up for long. I'm already fucking. I already see the edge of the cliff with Doug Bell.
He's a great addition.
It's fun for a week.
Yeah, I just like that he's on Cameo. Somebody's paid him. Somebody paid him for a cameo.
Yeah.
And he's using the time to try to recruit them for cheap promotional tactics.
Yeah.
And he's kind of
Viral.
yeah, he's forgotten about the birthday thing. He's made it about himself a little bit.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't listen to it. Once it's done, it's uploaded. I just can't any of it. So
I get it.
Cameo.com/Doug Bell. I don't expect it to be.
I mean, you're lucky. None of the other ones are up on the. Yeah, I would have to log in or something, I think, to see the other videos. This is the only video I can see. Last night, I think I watched 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys want to hear any more?
No, you can't.
Because Travis.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't
Okay.
end. So I have to hear how it ends.
All right, you're the producer.
That they had used, but we wouldn't say wheel. Unfortunately, it would always be ring my bell. And then you'd spin the wheel at the end. And we got sued for the theme song, too, because I would always say, we're going to ring Doug's bell, ring Doug's bell. And then the people who wrote the original song said it was too close. Happy 33, man. God, what did I do when I was 33? I think I went out to eat. I don't remember. Oh, I think I said May the 4th be with you. It's funny. Okay, Cody and Evan, I hope you guys have a good birthday. And write that, write a letter or something. And have a good birthday. Okay. Yeah, ring my bell, man. We should bring that back. Okay, cool. It'll be funny. Fucking hilarious. Chris Rock used to like the show. He told me once.
That's it. That's it. It's Doug Bell. People love Doug Bell.
Oh.
They understand. We all have our ups and downs.
But I don't know how people listen to themselves and enjoy it. Like, I don't know how anybody can listen to something that they do like that and they like it. Like, oh.
No, I think that's a weird. I actually think that's a weird quality when people. It's one thing if you can. I do okay, like when I'm editing.
Right. Editing's different, yeah.
Yeah, when you're like editing, because you still feel detached. You're not watching for enjoyment. You're not.
And it's still
like
part of it. It's still part of it, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like putting puzzle pieces together and stuff like that. But yeah, the idea of watching it back and being like, oh, this is just good entertainment. I'd rather watch myself than somebody else. I also think that's like a sickness, though. I think that's the weird thing to me. Not being able to watch yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it makes me laugh if I'm like just doing it or doing this nonsense, or if I look at it because it just reminds me of people that I've known. Like I kind of know where Doug comes from, and what the inspiration for Doug is. And it's just, let's see. We're just going to the dentist. Okay, come on. Oh no! So there's some fucking equine doctor right now is about to get paid. Some fence painter. I'm going to open my door. I'll be right back. It's very hot in here.
It must be you. Very hot in there, or is it just you and that new hairdo? Oh, Doug Bell.
I love it. I get
It really-
shifty shell shock vibes.
Very much so. Very much so. I could just see Doug Bell climbing up. Or it doesn't even have to be Doug Bell. It could just be Jim with his hair like that, just hanging out on the roof, yelling at Dr. Drew.
We got to encourage it to stay.
It should stay.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
I'd love it. I think it's great.
I mean, it's one of those things that if Jim came out of COVID and like saw audiences for the first time looking like this, people would be like, "Oh, cool! This is the new Jim Norton. He's gone through some self-improvement over the time that he's been away."
I literally would do this if I had like a gig this weekend. I would absolutely go on like this, just to be visually irritating. It is visually irritating. I see it in the mirror. It just looks ludicrous.
It's visually pleasing to us.
Well,
I like it.
I understand that, but
Yeah, I think it's great.
I appreciate the marvelous words, but I don't find it to be particularly appealing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
may
I
miss
think
it when it's
by the
gone.
time. Yeah, I think that Troy's right. You probably miss it, and I think also before you get rid of it, you got to get yourself in front of the opposite sex, if you catch my drift, because I think you'll. I think
right,
you'll
maybe,
find that there's a little more attention being paid to
Maybe
you.
you're right.
I think
right.
so.
Yeah.
Gentlemen prefer blondes.
Yeah. They do.
Well,
So what do you I didn't mean to sidetrack people with the
well, just existing. I mean, you are a living, breathing sidetrack at this moment.
Distraction.
Unfortunately, yeah, distraction. Yeah.
So what do you so now 27 years he's got a 97-year-old lawyer, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett's friend, who Bill Gates says is this amazing thinker, which I don't care how good of a thinker you are. If you're 97, you're not the guy I want in a fucking. Maybe that guy is a strategy guy with other lawyers.
Yeah, I would hope he's got
you're
some
the
younger
only lawyer.
Yeah, I would hope he's got some younger people working under him, especially when it comes to like doing the paperwork and stuff. I don't know that I would trust all the T's to be crossed and the I's to be dotted. Yeah,
I've been making out my will and just doing that, like just going through your will paperwork and all that shit. Like it's
a lot.
You know, it's a lot, man. And I don't have
You're
half
even
the
married.
assets he does. No, I'm not married. I have just regular family stuff. But like, what do you do when you die? Where does your money go, and how does it get distributed to your family? I just wanted to have all that stuff in place. I just wanted to have it in place.
Yeah, you got to. Otherwise, the government takes it. Yeah, you leave it to your sister or whatever, and then you also you did a living will, right?
Yes.
So it tells them whether you want the plug pulled or not.
That's right. It's not signed yet, but I do have one where if I am incapacitated, like being locked in, they have to leave me locked in and put pins in my feet.
Oh wow, that's super specific.
Really
but
torture
if those are your
me,
wishes.
Yeah.
If those are your wishes, those are your wishes. If I were you, I'd probably just hand over power of attorney to Travis Teft in that case.
Oh yeah.
And just let him make the decisions.
Oh yeah, they have a separation
Look who's
agreement.
joining us. Robert Kelly, one of our great friends, is joining us here on Jim and Sam. Bob, I thought today might be a good day for some of Jim's friends to talk to him.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm a little nervous. Is everything all right? Hi, buddy. How are you?
I'm well.
Have you seen? Can you see Jim on the screen?
Yeah. Oh, I can see Jim. Yeah, I can see him with the.
Yep.
He's always got the flashy background and the Chip Chipperson shirt. I mean, he's slowly turning into Ron Jeremy. But yes, go ahead.
Well, if you go, I don't know, you might have to go full screen on your monitor because Jim has he's adopted a new hairstyle that I wanted you to see, Bob.
Jim has the same personality as an ex-wrestler. How they just wear their merch all the time. What? What is that? What are you? You're not. Please tell me you're not growing in your hair.
You know, Bob, you remember meeting Doug Bell on? You remember meeting Doug Bell on the show like last time you were on?
Unfortunately, I do remember that.
Well, Doug decided to bleach his hair.
What?
That's why Jim's hair looks like different. It's not gray. It's not white. It's actually bleached like in the 90s.
Are you referring to Doug like you know Doug, Sam?
Yeah, well, Doug, I'm not saying Jim didn't bleach his hair. Doug bleached Jim's hair.
You look like an old M&M. You're mushy shady.
Or used to be Slim Shady. Pandemic Fat Shady.
What guys, are we need to at some point see what's around him, because I feel like there might be like some type of cult or something around, like on the out. There might be people with guns or knives or some type
Everything's
of
good.
leader.
No, I'm good.
Right,
I'm
like
just kind of
like this is a call for a cry for help. Like all he can do is do something alarming so that the rest of us start to investigate.
No, but Bob didn't even notice it feels right. It feels right.
I didn't notice it because you bleached your hair. You've never had hair, so it looks like you don't have hair. And then when you stop sipping, you nervous little. Listen,
Just having my cup of coffee. That's what I do in the morning.
Jim.
Yeah, Bobby.
Jim.
Yeah. Yes.
What's going on, buddy?
I'm great. Never better.
Listen, what are you wearing? Pants?
Yeah. Sweatpants and socks. Yeah.
Listen, this is pretty much like the stages Howard Hughes went through when he was living in Las Vegas. I mean, you get a cup to pee in, a cup to drink out of. You're wearing weird clothing.
Bleached your hair.
Yeah.
I think. Do you need? Want me to come over? Do you want me to?
No. Well,
Do you need a friend?
Dynamite. Sure, but I mean, for the same reason, we all need friends. I'm not in the crisis.
Jim.
You can't hate me because I look young.
Oh my God.
He threw up a peace sign.
Yeah, but when you dye your hair, when you bleach your hair, it just looks gray at this age.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
it is gray here on the sides.
Yeah,
But when you take,
can't
but
really.
you can. When you take the headphones off, that's when it. And Bob saw it when you took your headphones off. Like when you take your headphones off, it becomes
No.
real obvious. Like whoa.
Wow. What? No. What? Can I? I feel like I'm a bad friend.
What?
I feel like I let this happen.
No. You said comedian.
Are you-
What? Why?
Did you?
You should have seen yesterday. Bob,
Did you just say bad comedian?
Bob, yesterday he showed up with his hair bleached for the first time, and none of us who see him every day knew what was happening. And I think we were all like trying to figure out if his hair had just grown out. Is it just like, is it grayer than I remember? Has his hair gone white? Like, I don't want to say anything. And then we realized that he had purposefully bleached his hair, because it's cool, because it's a good aesthetic. It's a cool aesthetic choice.
Yeah, if working at Hot Topics and you're 16, it's a cool choice. If you're into comic books, it's a cool choice. If you're running a drag show in Arizona on Sundays, it's a good choice. I don't understand what's going on, Jim. Why did you want to dye your hair? Why did you want to? Were you watching The Matrix? What was going on?
No, I had to do a little something, and I felt it would be better suited. I had to do a little something, and I felt.
Oh, you had a role.
No, I mean around the house.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
What?
This is a better look.
Bobby,
better.
he started a cameo for Doug Bell.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You can't. Please tell me you don't have another. You have. Oh, wait a minute. You have. Does Jim Norton have a cameo?
Yeah.
Does Chip have a cameo?
Yes.
Does Edgar have a cameo?
Indeed, he does.
Does Uncle Paul have a cameo?
No, he does not.
Yeah, because he can't.
Someday.
Happy birthday to Jimmy.
Yay. You have a little piece of cake, if you know what I mean.
So this new, but I don't feel like this guy deserves it.
You're probably right. I mean, I can't.
He does. I mean, what? I mean, look, Chip. I can't deny it. You got thousands of people hoodwinked into Chip. I mean, they show up at my shows with the dumb shirt, and as soon as they know that I know they're wearing the shirt, I just see this stupid grin just come on their face because they know that I saw the dumb Chip Army shirt or the Chip Chipperson.
Yep.
But okay, I'll give you that. Edgar is annoying. I don't know why he would have anything. Why anybody would want anything with. I mean, almost as annoying as Jim.
Yeah.
But Doug, what has Doug done? What he's done nothing. He's done nothing.
You don't even remember him from the. You used to hang out with him. You knew him, and you're acting.
I know what
you're remembering. You pretend you don't know him. Back in the days when you'd hang out at the cellar and he'd be there just joking around. He might have been a little bit of a peripheral guy, but he had a show on the CW. I mean, come on.
Yeah. He had a what?
He had a game show on the CW. It was in 2007. It was 2004 was number 7, and then unfortunately it dropped to 39th in 2005, and so the show got taken off the air.
Sam, do you even care about Jim?
Well, I care about Jim, but I also care about Doug. Doug, like, you know.
I think you care about ratings. He just created a backstory for a human being I've never met.
Well, he's been out of the game for a while, Bob. He's been out of the game.
Who's been out of what game?
Doug, you act like you don't know anybody who has been doing pretty well and then had an incident of self-harm and then came back after 7 years and feels just as fresh as a daisy and ready to go again.
I've heard the stories. It would be Doug and you and Quinn and Rock and Burr. Yeah, you guys hang out at the table and Rock would go like, "Oh, hey, Doug."
Doug, what's up? Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say Rock, are you talking about Chris Rock?
Yeah.
Chris Rock knew Doug?
Yeah, they all knew Doug.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Rock doesn't even know Norton. I've never seen him come in and go, "Hey, what's up, Jimmy?" Never. Never mind Doug.
Yeah.
Doug, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Where is Doug from?
It's from the area.
What area? Don't be lazy now. You just gave him a 20-year backstory.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where. I mean, he's born in Connecticut.
He's from Connecticut?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to say something. Somehow that makes sense. He's just from Trumbull, Connecticut, some stupid town. Nobody gives a shit.
It's close. Trumbull. Waterbury.
He's a Waterbury. There you go. He's from Waterbury, exactly. Fucking just see him at the deli talking to the deli guy every morning. Could you not pick your nose like you're 90?
I have a tissue.
Yeah, I know, but you
look like I'm 20.
You play with your nose like you're 90. Oh God, what is this thing? What is this thing?
He throws up the peace sign. He's a young guy. He's a young guy. He's got bleached hair.
Who's young?
He's saying peace.
Yeah.
Jim.
Please, I hope Doug is a skateboarder, and I hope you have to. I hope you have to skateboard one day down a subway stairs.
Don't get confused between Doug, who's got bleached hair, and this version of Jim. Like the guy throwing up the peace sign, who's being young. That's Jim.
Yeah,
that's not
me.
Doug. That's just Jim being
me
cool.
having fun.
I don't know.
Having fun with my buddy.
Didn't John Witherspoon go through this at the end of his life?
Did he? I don't know, John.
I don't know.
I didn't know John.
He just sat in a chair and fucking was everybody.
Was he? I don't know.
I think all his characters fucked with him at the end. Listen, Jim.
Yes, sir.
Jim?
Yeah, Bobby.
I want. Do you want to talk? Do you want to go somewhere? Do you want to come for dinner?
Sure, I'd love to. I'd love to see you and Dawn and Little Max.
Yeah, I would love for you to. Maybe. What is this?
It's just a little peace sign. He's just being cool.
Yeah, like all my friends are married, but I'm the young single guy.
Yeah, single guy. Yeah. You're not young.
Here's the one thing, Bob. Jim wants to make sure that everybody knows he's very comfortable being 52. Obviously, very comfortable.
It's cool.
Very comfortable.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Well, you should be. You're 52. Yeah. You're 52. You're an old man. Stop.
I know.
What are you drinking so much liquid for? Settle down.
I'm thirsty. I'm chatting on the air, having a good time with my friend, getting some caffeine, my water.
It's because you're old and dehydrated.
I gotta get a Monster Energy drink. That's what they're all drinking now.
Will you stop with the? Oh God, I've never been The peace sign has
Jim,
never annoyed me more.
What?
You want to go out?
Why
you
do
want
you
to go
keep-
out this
why do
weekend?
you keep doing that?
You want to get some? You want to get some White Claws this weekend, Jim?
What are White Claws?
It's a
an
young
alcoholic
man's
beverage.
drink.
Yeah,
It's like Jared Freed is a big White Claw guy.
Oh,
You- you-
yeah. I'm going
Right.
to start checking out his podcast.
Well, yeah, you should hang out with each other. Maybe go on his rooftop with him and hose each other down shirtless. Do some reels.
Yeah.
What are reels?
They're on Instagram. They're short videos on Instagram.
It's a 30-second.
Oh,
It's like
REEL.
TikTok for Instagram.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're so hip. You're so hip.
So hip.
Every other thing's a question.
You know?
He's got a link tree,
everything's-
Bob. He's got a link
He's
tree.
got a
like,
what?
What do you want? Link tree.
You do?
Yeah.
hell yeah. He promotes it all the time.
Jim Norton and on Chip have link trees so that you can get to whatever. Yeah, don't you have a link tree? I'm sure you do on your IG.
Oh my God. Are you using abbreviations? Please don't. Please tell me
You
you're
do,
not
right?
using abbreviations.
Well, you're acting like you're not on the gram.
On the gram?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, I hope you fall on the ground. I can't take this. What? So you understand what's happening? Not only are these other characters happening, now he's breaking. Jim Norton is being cut up into pieces. Now this is a new Jim Norton. We're going to have peaceful, hip, young Jim Norton.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the most infuriating. Oh, stop putting up those little fingers. Your little baby fingernails.
What?
Yeah. This is woke Jimmy.
Can't think
I
wouldn't say I'm woke, but I'm peaceful.
What is peaceful? There's nothing peaceful about you. I've driven in a car with you where you broke a horn.
Oh, yeah, I did break my horn once. Yeah, back in the old days, yeah.
Yeah, you broke a fucking horn going down Fifth Ave because we were
Second
late
Avenue.
for the cellar.
Second Avenue. It was down Second Avenue, if I remember correctly.
And then you broke your horn, and then you just screamed out the window.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yep.
How long ago was that?
Right. Long
That
time
was
ago.
that was 10 years ago, man. A long
more
time
than
ago.
That was,
That's more
that's
than
probably
10 years.
when. That was
Was
probably
it 10?
back when.
More.
Yeah.
Probably back when Doug was still hanging out at the table.
Doug never. I never met Doug, guys. I've
He
never
wasn't
met
at the table
Doug.
much, but he was there. Like, you know,
He's never been at the table. He's not even. What do you? So you're
was
saying he
there
got
once.
passed at the cellar? Like Esty
No.
saw him?
No, he did late night. Somebody didn't show up. Judah didn't show up one night, and Doug did a couple of late night spots, and SD asked him to audition. And he would sit at the table, like, quietly off to the side. You know, like where the table in the corner, there's a little off to the side where the jackets go. He would kind of hang out there and chime in. And SD, I think, eventually asked him to not sit there because they needed to get ready for their sets because he was always, like, throwing jokes to Chris Rock and Seinfeld when they sat down.
I don't even know what the hell's. I don't even.
You don't
know
remember
what's-
that?
Do I remember? Did you just ask me if I remembered a guy named Doug sitting by the coats, giving advice to Jerry
No, just
Seinfeld
jokes,
and Chris
having
Rock?
fun. Not advice, just like just having a good time with them.
Yeah.
Nobody
throwing
has a good
jokes, and
time
then
with those two.
Like when Seinfeld walked in and Doug took out his dollar and went, "Hey, should I put this somewhere on the table or something?" Jerry laughed.
That wasn't him. That was me. Are you stealing people's lives?
No. You're thinking of when you say, "Hey, I'll give you $1. Owe you $1." But Doug was referencing a very famous episode. Doug was referencing the masturbation episode.
Like, should we all put a bet?
Yeah.
Let's all make a bet. Let's all put our
Put the
dollars
dollar on the table and you jerk off.
No, nobody.
That's
It's like HR isn't concerned about any of this. Like nobody from Sirius has called anybody and said, "Hey, what's going on?"
Not at all. They're very happy.
No,
with
as far as they're concerned.
That one of the popular shows, one of the lead guys is turning into a little kid, a peaceful little boy
They love
with
it.
dyed hair.
They love. There's
Young.
more content coming, more jokes.
I mean, Bob, yesterday, literally, I think the first 15 minutes of the show, I was with Doug to start the show.
And I can't do that because it makes me sick to my stomach. That has to be on my private. That has to be on my private time.
Doug should be on your private time.
On my private time, yes.
Well, I'm so happy that Doug's not here today.
I was happy to. We were going to talk about the divorce today, Melinda and Bill Gates. And,
Jim tried to jump on here and talk about topical stuff while he had redone his bleached hair. And I was like, it's too much of a... Once he turned his video on, I was like, we can't...
But I did bleach it yesterday. And I guess it is more noticeable today. But yesterday it wasn't as noticeable because of the light and stuff like that. Today it's more noticeable. But I didn't think it would be a big deal today because I did it yesterday.
Why did you bleach your hair, Jim?
It's one of those things, Bob. Like, it's just a... It's a look.
It's a Luke.
Yeah.
It's not a look.
It is.
L-E-W-K.
It's a crisis.
No, I don't feel a crisis at all.
I mean,
what
my
else have you
vibe
done,
is that
Jim?
Sirius is... My vibe is that Sirius is pretty happy with it because it's like... It feels like young. It feels hip.
Yeah,
you know, they like that
till
stuff.
One day you turn on the camera and he's got tits.
What do you mean? I'm getting them now.
I thought you were going to go the other way with that joke and whack me with it. As soon as I said it, it was like, oh, shit, here it comes.
No, it's just so obvious.
You don't
Well,
remember when
I
Doug
actually-
would get on stage and he'd go like this? Hey, you don't remember when Doug would go on stage and he would call out to the audience and he'd go, hey, I'm Doug and you can ring my...
And they would all yell, Bell.
That's never happened.
It has.
Are
There's
you
no,
sure? 'Cause
there's no. Do you understand if a guy went on stage with a fucking catchphrase like that at the cellar, that we would
the cellar.
We would fucking ban him?
There's other places.
If someone went on stage and went, "You can ring my," and made the audience go Bell. First of all, there'd be nobody there would say anything. It would be, "You can ring my." And Doug would have to go Bell next time, everybody. You know what to do next time.
Happened. And what you don't remember is that Esty got mad because he was in the hallway after his late night set with a bunch of shirts slung over his arm, trying to sell shirts to people on the way out, and she asked him not to do that.
I don't remember that. Do you know why I don't remember that?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
You were off futzing around instead of working.
No, it never happened. There was no guy Doug with shirts. You don't sell merch at the cellar. You don't have catchphrases at the end of your act.
They had a bell on
If you
him.
did a catchphrase and Esty heard a catch, she came upstairs. This Doug, he is not good. He's stupid. He said, "Ring my bell" at the end, and nobody answered him. Nobody
crazy.
said bell. It was uncomfortable.
She would yell Bell.
Manny would throw a knife at you. Manny would have killed Doug. Doug would have never made it at the cellar.
Well, there's mixed feelings about how successful he was.
No, there's no mixed feelings. Nothing is mixed. There's only one feeling.
Well,
everybody hates Doug. That should be Doug's shirt. Everybody hates me.
Well, maybe you could be on the podcast with him and describe it.
I will never do a podcast. If Doug gets a podcast, I will look at me. Listen to me. I will never do a Doug podcast. If Doug gets a podcast, I will never, ever do it. I can't. I don't have the emotional strength to talk to Doug. You understand?
Yeah, I'm with you.
What?
You know what?
I'm with you.
You know who I blame for all this? Actually, I was just thinking about that after that.
Jim's parents.
Well said. Possibly, yeah. Possibly.
His father for not fucking holding him and loving him.
You mean the need to invent friends? No, I mean like more specifically, a lot of the characters for a long time just existed on the radio show, and that was it. The characters would come in. There was one person, I believe, who first presented the idea of offering an independent vehicle strictly for a character. I believe when that independent vehicle was offered strictly for a character, it all went downhill.
Bob, do you remember whose idea it was to first do a Chip Chipperson solo podcast?
That's right.
This is on you, Bob. You did this.
You've opened
I take full responsibility.
Pandora's box.
And I
good, but it's good.
I
It's good stuff
apologize.
you've done. No, please. I owe you a lot. It's great.
You did this to your friend, Bob.
faked.
You did this to your friend.
But you understand that the Chip podcast was supposed to be 15 minutes.
That's right.
It was 15 minutes. Well, listen, it was supposed to be 15 minutes long.
Yep.
It was supposed to be quick in and out, a couple Chip things, bing, bang, boom.
Yep.
And then Chip cut to an hour and whatever long characters, segments, live shows. I mean, I can't. It's not my fault. I blame the people. I blame the people that tuned into Chip Chipperson's first show and fell in love with it. And I blame the people. They're the ones that made Chip who he is.
Well, you're not mentioning, Bob, that he's also, I just did the math, he's also got a merch store, Chip. That's all. Chip Chipperson right now on the front page. Do you know how many T-shirts, how many different T-shirts Chip has on sale? How many different varieties of Chip Chipperson T-shirts are on the webpage?
I would
right
say
now?
6.
50. 50. There's 50 Chip shirts available.
There's not a problem there. There's not.
No.
His
Especially
Jim's
since there's a bunch that have
addictive
been taken
personality
down.
hasn't taken over.
So
Jim's
many
OCD
Bob.
hasn't just fucking gone amok on a fucking merch page. His poor merch guy has to have fucking 50 shirts ready to go.
50.
Oh, we
Oh,
have
my
the design process, but you have to give people a choice, Bob. That's what I always say. Give them a choice.
There's 50.
And there's more coming. Oh, there's some good ones coming.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Oh, that poor guy. Oh, whoever that guy is, I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, there's some more coming.
Well, now,
And I know there's a demand for a Doug Bell shirt. I'm going to put a Doug
Yes, there
Bell
is.
shirt up now.
Oh, great.
Oh, for
right
what?
now, like as we speak?
No, not at the moment, but I mean by tomorrow I'll have a Doug Bell shirt up there. Since
Okay,
Bob wants to make comments.
What fucking shirt are you going to put up for Doug Bell? I
don't know.
He's done nothing. Nobody talks about him. I've never seen anybody bring up Doug Bell.
He had a show for a period of time on the CW.
He didn't have a show.
He did. Ring my
It's
bell.
on the-
It was
There was
like a
a
Wheel of
Ring My
Fortune.
Bell
It
is
was like
his
a Ring My-
show.
Yeah, it was like a Wheel of Fortune thing, and they sued him because it was too much like Wheel of Fortune, and he had actually used some of their same puzzles, and they sued him.
It was a game show.
Yeah,
On the CW that does mostly like Arrow and DC shows and
2004.
and
Before.
like soap operas.
Yeah,
This was 2004. It's about 15 years ago.
2004. Okay, I guess
17.
2004. Yeah.
17.
How old is Doug?
51.
Who does he live with?
I mean, look, he's on his own. His circumstances have he's temporarily moved back in with his family. He's helping his family out. So he
In
took the basement.
Waterbury, Connecticut?
He took the basement. Yeah, he's helping.
He's
them
in the
out.
basement in Waterbury,
Yeah.
Connecticut.
Yep. Yeah.
Does he have a car? What kind of car does he have?
He drives a regular car. He takes mass transit into the city. He's responsible.
Oh.
Yeah, nothing wrong with public transportation, is there? He's got to take the bus
Absolutely.
back home to Connecticut. Yeah.
Is he a 51-year-old with a backpack?
Sometimes he does. That's a very good, astute observation. He has a
Yeah.
backpack. Yep.
He has a backpack, right? Does he wear wristbands when he works out and like a sweatband?
I don't know why you would ask that like in a silly, like it's a bad thing. I don't know why you would imply that that's not. I mean, a lot of people wear them anyway.
Oh my
Oh my gosh,
God!
he's got them right there. He's got
Oh
wrist
my
phones right there.
God.
Bob just
What?
you just said
Oh my
that, Bob. Like
God.
you just made it up off the top of your
Yeah,
head. There's
and here it is.
wristbands on the desk. He's got
Oh my
wristbands
God.
on now.
Yeah, it's just a thing.
This. Oh my God! We need to fucking break the door down. We need to go and break the fucking door down. I guarantee his apartment. I guarantee his apartment has one mattress with nothing on it. And what's he doing now?
I don't know. He's covering the camera. Oh, I feel like I don't want to break down the door because it'd be like a Waco. It'd be like a Waco scenario. Okay, he turned off the camera.
Sam, listen, Sam.
Oh, sorry.
This is kind of
sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What? Jimmy, what's going on, buddy?
He's got a sweatband on his head. He's got a head.
What are you doing?
It matches his ringer tee.
You look like you should be in a wheelchair with your father pushing you through a marathon.
Everything is good. Never better.
You like headbands?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Running around all the clubs, hanging, getting my face out there again. You work up a sweat.
That's true. You got to get all the way to Grand Central, so you can get on the Metro North back to Waterbury. It's a long way.
I can't believe you have a headband and sweatbands at the ready.
Who wouldn't?
I don't know. Everybody.
See how you remember that? You said that because you remember. By the way, he remembers Doug. That's why he knew. He knew Doug. He remembered Doug, and Doug would wear them sometimes. That's where that came from.
I don't know Doug. I don't know Doug.
How did you know that he wore that? I haven't worn that on the show.
I'm just asking stupid questions. I didn't know.
I've never seen it before.
Nope.
Nope.
Stop
I thought
blowing
that you
your
had
nose,
like a bit.
you fucking old man.
I can't help it. I got boogers.
Yeah, you can. Stop picking your nose.
It's what I got a tissue.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's still disgusting. Nobody likes a nose picker.
What is this? Trust me, I know. What is this? I went to bed last night. I clean out my nose. In the morning, a lot of times, it's still got some water coming out from the fucking Navage I use.
Yeah, well, don't use the Navage until after the show. Oh, my God. What is that? Are you acting like Rich Voss's crowds? Sorry.
I yawned. No, everything's good.
Yeah, so
I'm happy you're here.
Stop picking your nose, dude. Nobody. What are you doing? You like that?
What is with the? It's a lot of nose activity. I mean,
well, I have
seasonal allergies.
Maybe it is, yeah, because the door's open.
Yeah, but nobody likes somebody who blows their nose. Oh, you're sticking your fingers in your nose.
That's gross.
What's wrong with
blow
you?
Your nose. Don't you blow your nose that way?
I blow my nose pretty much once a day if I have to. You blow your nose like an addict, like you're addicted to your dumb nose.
I can't breathe. You're kind of right, but I can't really breathe.
Dude, I can't breathe either. I have headaches every day. I have such bad sinus headaches. I have to take shit. I do the Navage, but I don't constantly stick shit in my nose and blow my nose like some
there's
old
a hole right
fucking
below
actor.
it that you stick shit in.
I guess we all have our addictions. Maybe I should get addicted to blowing my nose.
Bob, how did you know that Doug was going to have workout bands right with him?
He knew.
I swear to God,
Bobby
Sam
knew. He remembered.
Sam, I swear to God, I was just envisioning what a douche would do, and that's all I was doing. What some douche would have, and I did not know that he was going to whip out sweatbands and wristbands. The headband, I don't mind as much as the wristbands. Nobody's wrists get sweaty. Why does anybody need a wristband?
Well, I think the wristbands, a lot of people use the wristband to wipe the sweat off their brow, and it catches in the wristband.
Yeah.
And I honestly, Sam, it complements the headbands. Like if you're talking to somebody and you're doing this.
Yeah, no, it is a good style choice.
Like if you're angry about the world, you know.
You guys are both yawning. Are you both sick of your show?
No,
I always take a little while to get fully.
I was flattening out my
this
facial hair,
is beyond disturbing.
This is what's going on, Bob. I thought of all days. People should see that. I thought we should not be the only. Me and Travis and the guys. We should not be the only ones
Yeah.
that see what's going on here. I thought.
Is Travis and Troy? Are you guys? I mean, like, I know you love Jim.
They're being
right?
very encouraging. Very encouraging. Troy is saying that it's a very good look.
Yeah.
Travis is he's giddily laughing at the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Troy likes if Troy put that look on, it'd be gorgeous. I would love it.
I think Jim looks great. I really do.
As what?
Well, it's kind of like a throwback. Like he kind of looks like Mike D from the Beastie Boys, like circa Ill Communication era, but then meets Slim Shady, meets Nick's Hexum from 311. There's a lot of cool going on right now.
Keep going with meets Down syndrome.
I think it's taken about 10 to 15 years off of Jim Norton's age, to tell you the truth.
You know,
It's taking 10 to 15 years off his life.
I love you, Bobby, but I don't appreciate you shaming Jim with his new hairstyle.
Listen, Troy, I love you too. It's never good when somebody goes, "Look, I love you," but anyways, I think my ex-manager said that to me before. He was like, "Yeah, we're going to part ways. I love you, but okay, nice talking to you." It's Troy, that look. Listen to me. That look right there is not a good look for a 51-year-old comedian.
Look at your hair, though. Like you're any better?
Oh my God! What was that?
Doug hasn't done a lot of Doug hasn't done a lot of podcasts. So he
is
does
that
a lot
Doug?
of, well, he does a lot of too close to the mic gags.
Yeah, like
like he's not comfortable being on a podcast mic. So sometimes he goes in like this to deliver the punchline.
for the joke. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody hates it.
I can't take it. I hate it.
You think it's a
hate
good
it.
look, though, right, Troy?
Love it. I think it's great. I'm encouraging him to keep
Troy.
it.
Thank you,
Troy, it's not great.
I think you're just jealous, Bobby.
Of what? Of my friend going insane?
I feel great.
You look great.
Crazy. Thanks, Troy.
Troy.
Look good, feel good, play good.
Troy's a hunk of shit. I can't believe you're fucking doing this.
My friend's supporting me. That's nice. Thanks, buddy.
He's supporting you as you transition into a fucking idiot.
Where's Travis? Travis is usually the voice of reason, even if Troy is monkeying around over there. Travis, you're not.
I hate Travis's
worried?
corner bookshelf, by the way.
Yeah, as you should. And that shirt, that fucking that 7th Avenue behind Caroline store shirt that he has on.
That stupid Sharper Image bookshelf he got.
Yeah, it stinks.
Wow, Bob is drinking a lot of haterade this morning.
I know, but he's not
That's
wrong.
on everyone.
Listen to me.
point.
Nobody likes a corner bookshelf.
I bet
Just
Doug
get a
likes
regular
it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I hate your little fucking what is it, awards? What's on there?
What's on what? That's my artwork that I've purchased.
Are you oh yeah, you're into art. I forgot about that.
Yeah. No, I have no awards, Bob. Thank you for assuming I did.
Listen, Travis. Troy is off the reservation. I don't know what Troy is so bored he's just going with it now. Troy just wants to stay up while this is happening. So he's just going with the flow. He's just rocking with it. He's not fighting the tide anymore. He's just going down the river of crazy. I want to ask you, this outfit that Jim is wearing, the dyed hair, the sweatbands, the wristbands, wearing his own merch every day. You're not telling me that he's not the way of a fucking old wrestler? Like he's not going a little crazy? He's not going a little Mick Foley on you?
I get a little. Yeah,
Whoa.
You know what? He does have multiple
Whoa.
characters like Mick Foley.
Sure.
Whoa,
Exactly.
whoa, whoa.
No one thinks Mick Foley's crazy. He had a Christmas room in his house every day of the year.
You know,
Mick Foley's a
actually, last time
Christmas room.
I interviewed Mick Foley for when I was doing the
yeah,
show
I've
on the
interviewed him.
WWE Network. Okay, that's cool, man. And midway through the interview, he did put on the Mankind mask and sing "Bridge Over Troubled Waters" as Mankind.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it was cool. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome for a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a world famous wrestler.
Yeah.
He is.
Yep.
Jim's a world famous comedian.
Okay, another point for Troy.
He's a United States famous comedian in summer Canada.
I'm
It's
a
not the
tri-state
world.
area. I would say I'm a New Jersey, New York, Philly
Yeah,
famous comedian.
yeah. He's a state famous comedian. He's a half of the country. You put that cocksucker in Nebraska, nobody's coming.
That's not true. I actually sold out in Nebraska at a theater.
Who is this, Doug, or this is
It's Jim lying.
Jim lying? Nobody sells out in Nebraska. Listen, I'm
Travis,
just
do you
a
think
little
it's
nervous.
Do you think it's a good look, or are you worried about your friend Jim?
Well, I
It's
mean,
not a good look for
Can it
anybody.
be
It
both?
wasn't a good look for John Travolta in the movie Perfect. Okay, it stinks. He
You
looks
like it,
sick.
Travis.
He looks like he's in a rehab trying to get over a spinal cord injury.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Doug was out of the game for a while. Doug did have to, I don't know what his treatment was like, but there was an incident, and
What
he's
incident?
been gone.
Yeah.
Well, it was a self-harm incident, but we don't really like to talk about it too much because
Yeah.
Doug's past that, and he's doing better than
Yeah.
ever. He's medicated now, but he's doing better than ever.
Yeah.
Was he a cutter? Did he try to take himself out? Did he hang himself in a closet?
Well, Doug was,
Kind of negative.
yeah. I mean, Doug.
That's
Doug,
not negative. I'm just asking.
Doug was maybe a cutter and had a self-harm incident 7 years ago and then just kind of dropped out. But now he's coming back and he feels he's ready to take over.
He was a cutter. Like, he didn't like waiting in lines? He didn't like waiting in lines?
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
it's like Candyman. You
Yep.
say it and he shows up.
Oh, my God.
We just earlier we listened to a cameo that Doug did, and he recorded a cameo that somebody paid for, and in the cameo he asked the person to please write a letter to the CW to bring his game show back.
The guy mentioned he was a fan, so whatever.
The only wish that I could have is that they do it and Doug becomes hugely popular and we can just watch him fade away.
No, but
Jim-
here's what would happen. Jim would be at
What?
the cellar, and you guys would be sitting there with your snide comments. Keith would be, you look stupid. And I'd be like, I got to go. We're taping. I got to get back. Got to get back to the CW. Taping a show.
Oh yeah, we would have a lot of as you call them, snide. I would call them viciously mean comments, but yes, snide comments if that's the way. Oh God, look at this shirt. Look at the little.
Oh yeah, the Chip Chipperson shirts are not even like a. That's not even like a bit. Like it's literally every day for. I mean, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a year every day.
I'll wear a
Chip
couple of. I'll wear maybe. No, I was only wearing black shirts for a while. Or my dark.
I got
shirts,
yelled
but
at
I'll wear a
once
chip
by-
shirt. Why?
I got yelled at from Jim Norton once. I got made fun of.
Well,
I got snide comments, as Jim would say, at the Comedy Cellar because I wore my own merch one night.
Jim does that every day.
yeah, I didn't know what it was though. It's just a shirt with a buffalo on it.
I'll take a buffalo. A buffalo's pretty. It's not the worst thing you can say. It's actually not that bad.
I know, and I wish I'd gone to another animal. But
Yeah, you should have went to another. Buffalo
I
are
know,
kind of majestic and muscular.
yeah, they're not.
I'll take a bite, and they're good to eat. So it's a double one.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
What was the
This
merch?
is what?
What was the merchandise?
I had a shirt that said on the front, "You're great," and on the back it said, "Not you."
I remember that was me who said that to you.
What?
You
No, it was
came
the
in with your
crowds.
merchant- Yeah, no. You came in with your shirt, and you walked by, and I was sitting in the front by the shawarma, and you walked in with the shirt, and I was like, Kelly, what are you wearing your own stuff?
Huh?
And you were like, you pointed.
What?
You don't
you
remember
talking
that,
about?
Bob? When Doug was over there, when Doug was
In the front of the cellar, and you walked in, and he
Doug would
pointed
rib.
at you.
Yeah, he'd rib you a little bit.
He'd get the guys
wearing
that
your own
came
shirt.
in and rip on
Doug.
them.
That was Doug.
Who am I talking to?
Me,
That was Doug that you were just talking
Jim.
to a minute ago.
for a second.
No, but Doug was here for a second.
For a second. Yeah, it was a
Doug
Doug
comes
is
in and leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have
Doug
to have a
just-
conversation with whoever's. So most radio shows you call in, you have to deal with the guys on the show. But this radio show, I have to deal with whoever zips in and out.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's fun.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so at any time, Sam, are you going to be
anytime.
anybody? Are you going to go
No, I
into?
don't. Mm-mm. No, I just.
I wish
You're
you
just
were.
Gonna be Sam.
Our Bud Dwyer.
But what I. But what I like to do for me, like just, and this could help you, Bob. What I like to do is I watch Jim's face because the
Stop
face
drinking
changes.
water like a gerbil.
No, I'm thirsty.
Get it, put it in a cup, you fucking piece of shit. Your non-labeled fucking squishy bottle bugs the shit out of me.
You don't like the way I squished the bottle.
I hate your fucking non-labeled bottle.